It's not a happy scenario. These environments are subsurface confined spaces. There are limited points of evacuation from the tunnels. If something like this was to happen, it would be bad. For all those firefighters out there, when you were growing up, it was putting out fires, damsels in distress, all those sorts of things. But actually, in this confined environment in the tunnel, the particular environment can be so hostile that there are circumstances which you need to be able to identify where you don't go in, where you actually protect yourself.
In glavni razlog tu za strah v teh predorih vidim kot tudi del klaustrofobije. Vseeno tu mislim, da je glavno klaustrofobija kam, ne? Nazaj, naprej, kaj bo, če bo se požar razvil, če ga ne bomo uspeli pogasiti.
Tunnel fires can be very dangerous, and in Europe alone there have been numerous accidents with many deaths.
If something goes wrong in a tunnel, this is a hostile environment. It is a confined space. It was, it will be, it always will be. And despite our best endeavours, it's always going to be hostile. So when an emergency responder gets a call to go to a tunnel, I want them to be thinking, this is serious, even if the event doesn't look serious.
We want to see the fire development, but now in a real scale, of course. Here we had the metro car or the carriage inside a tunnel, so we wanted to see the conditions inside the carriage.
In the middle of December 2012, an international conference about tunnel fires and tunnel safety was held at Rosersberg, Stockholm. It was the summit and the final presentation of a several years-long project called Metro. During the Metro project and other related projects regarding underground safety, several full-scale fire tests were performed, as well as evacuation tests, thermal research and much more.
From an emergency responder's point of view, I see the Metro project as extremely important, because what we've seen over the last 20 years or so with major underground infrastructure disasters is a disconnection between design teams and what the poor emergency services personnel encounter and have to respond to. So what Metro's done, which is quite unusual, is it's taken fundamental scientific research on fires, fire size, fire growth, real trains, full size, and it's looked at them from an emergency responder's perspective. What might it mean? What equipment might they need? Where might they go? What information should they be provided? These very serious, fundamental questions. So that's why I see it as so important.
In the tunnel, you get to the tunnel portal and all you see is smoke. You don't have any other information to go on. You can't run around to the back because there is no back. That's really the fire service's problem, is that the decision makers have an expectation of the fire service, and the fire service has not been informed themselves well enough to be able to go back to the decision makers and say, we need additional training on tunnel rescue. We need additional training on how the tunnel systems work.
Hitreje, če se začne dosti hitro širiti, imaš noter v samo tunelu večjo